What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the weekly movement as far as gold, silver, platinum, and palladium is concerned. We're also going to take a look at the community post I made at the beginning of the week to see who was right, who was wrong, and just kind of see where things are at. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so if you saw the title of the video and the thumbnail, you already know gold was the big winner and palladium was the big loser this week. And it's very unfortunate to see, and I think the community results will kind of say that a lot of us at least, were wrong in our thinking. But we're going to take a look at the spot price and we're going to take a look at the movement and everything of that nature. I'm also just going to give my thoughts and opinions on stuff, so let's dive right in. So up first, we have platinum right here. And as you can see, it closed at 11/16/57. So if we take a look at where it was on Monday, it was at 11/20/76. So it's down about $4 for the week. Now we saw a drastic crash, so to speak, in Friday, right? Friday's movement was straight down when most of the week was straight up. Now that is kind of strange and confusing. I'm not sure why that is. I'll have to do a little bit more research. I'm sure it has something to do with either the government making a statement or I really don't know. We'll have to take a look at and see what the problem happened on Friday and see what caused this movement downward. But as you can see, platinum closed at about a $4 loss for the week from its Monday close. So for this week, platinum loses as well. If we take a look at gold, gold closed at 18/18/68, and from its open on Monday at 18/07/24, it's up about $11.50. So it's up about $11.50, although it was not immune to the downward turn of today, Friday, July 16th. So it did get hit a little bit, but not enough to bring it below where it was on Monday. So it ended up, although it ended down for the day, it ended up for the week. So gold was solid this week, in my opinion, and gold is really the winner when it comes to where all the precious metals ended up. If we go over here and we take a look at silver, silver just went straight down to the ground. After starting the week at 26.26, it ended up at 25.75. So it's down about 50 cents. So if you bought this week, you ended really down. So that's kind of a downward turn we see there at the end on Friday. And it is very unfortunate for anyone who happened to buy silver this week. But as we all know, markets move up and down as time goes on. But it's looking really bad for silver as far as the drastic drop we saw a few weeks back. But that's the same with all the precious metals, as you can see here, platinum and gold. Although gold is back up. Gold is back up to where it was. So silver got hit pretty hard on Friday, just like platinum did. So platinum and silver were the big hitters. But the ultimate loser of the week is actually palladium. And as we can see here, palladium closed on Monday at 28.55 and it closed today at 26.65. That's almost a $200 loss, and a lot of that stems from this past Friday, but also throughout the week. It did not look good at all, right? In fact, Monday was the highest it was all week. It just kind of went down a little bit, and then of course on Friday crashed down to where it is right now. So 26.65. So that is really a solid deal for palladium, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, palladium, it's just going down. It's not going to come back up. It's not really true, in my opinion. I think it will come back up, but that's my opinion. If we take a look at where it was, right here at 28.07. We were looking at recent highs throughout the week, but now that we're down back to 26.65, I would say this is the bargain of the weekend. So if you're looking at buying something at close, Palladium might be your best bet. Platinum wouldn't be a bad play, and silver wouldn't be a bad play either. They are both very much down. Gold, however, I would probably hold out on at least until market open and just the first couple days of next week. I think gold could either go down, or if it does go up, it'll just go back up to where it was. It didn't go down very much, so I don't think you're missing out on very much there. So the industrial metals are definitely the play, with Palladium being the biggest winner for buying and the biggest loser for holding, right? Gold ended up being the biggest winner for holding, but the biggest loser for buying opportunity, if that makes sense. So it's definitely interesting stuff we're looking at. I'll have to do more research and see why exactly all the metals went down at the very end of the week. But the stock market also went down, and it is not immune to this sort of movement as far as investments and how they ended up for the end of the week. However, with physical precious metals, we have the opportunity to buy even when the market is closed because the dealers are still selling. With stocks, it's a little bit harder and it's a little bit different. But nevertheless, this weekend is proving to be a buying opportunity, and who knows, maybe Monday will end up remaining the same, will end up going down. Who knows what will happen. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over to that community post and we're going to see what you all thought was going to happen, and we're going to read through some of the comments. Didn't get a lot of comments, but got a lot of votes nonetheless, and we're going to go and take a look at that right now. Okay, guys, so I've got the community post pulled up here right now, and let's take a look at what the results were. So it looks like we got 133 votes, which is not too bad in my opinion. And the majority of people, or the largest majority, voted that all metals would go up. And so, although they did go up throughout the week, Friday turned out to be a bad day. So for the week as a whole, not all metals are up. In fact, only gold actually ended up from its Monday close. So most people were wrong. Now, a lot of people said all metals would go down, and they were more so right than these guys, but gold did not end up closing the week at a downward turn from its Monday close. So they were right on the other three industrial metals, but they were wrong on gold. As far as the ones who voted only Palladium up, well, they are the biggest losers of this poll. And to be honest, I put only Palladium up because Palladium was proving to be the strongest metal in its recovery phase from the recent very strong downward turn. So I thought even that it would just continue going up while the others kind of lagged behind. However, that was proven to be wrong as well. Gold and silver up. You were about half right if you voted gold and silver up. So you're halfway there, but not fully. And then mixed, comment below. A couple of people voted mixed, comment below, and we're going to dive right on into those comments. So looks like Coins A to Z said daily and weekly prices changes are difficult to correct most of the time unless there's a direct casual incident like a mine accident, or the Fed giving bad news on the economy. Macro trends are generally easier to predict more accurately. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. And as far as predicting precious metals, this is more of just a fun sort of game, so to speak. Coins A to Z, I get where you're coming from. I really do, my friend, and I appreciate your comment. But you are correct. The Fed giving bad news or some mining accident or some crazy international sort of problem can cause precious metals to change in price, but overall it is very difficult to predict. So that's why at the end of the day, I always say just buy, stack, hold, right? Don't play the market. If you're going to play the market, stick to stocks, stick to cryptos. That's the game over there. But as far as stacking precious metals, it's just a buy, hold, and stack. But it is fun to kind of guess, right? It's fun to kind of make these guesses and try to predict and try to guess at the market. And when you end up right, you feel good. And then when you end up wrong, you're like, oh man. But at the end of the day, it don't matter because we're hardcore stackers and we stack and we buy and we hold. And that's the whole game. But thank you, Coins A to Z. I really appreciate it. Inefficient Stacker said, who's down with PD? Yeah, you know me. Yep. I know you are a Palladium stacker and fish, my friend. That is what I am looking at extremely closely, and I am I am just inches away from diving into some more palladium to my stack. I definitely am sorely lacking in that area, so I definitely want to get that up. I'm also going to add platinum and gold, but palladium is on my radar like no other. I have been watching it very closely, and this weekend is particularly looking like a buying opportunity, so we shall see. Of course, it'll take a while for shipping and stuff, but keep up to date with my channel, folks, and you might see some palladium pop up. Clean Money, also known as Silver Riches, said Basel III FUD might be a factor. Yeah, you might be right. That could be why gold ended up the strongest metal of the week and ended up closing higher than it was at the beginning of the week. So that could have something to do with it, and you might be right, my friend. And I didn't put it up here, only gold up, but I would assume that you probably would have voted that maybe. So maybe you were the most correct of all of us. But thank you for your input, Clean Money, Silver Britches. I really appreciate it. And the last comment, but not the least, is Mr. Robert M. says, job losses would make metals go down, and Feds putting money into the stock market. Wells Fargo stopping lines of credit would stop people from borrowing money to pay for metals or towards debt. If those people cancel Wells to get another bank, they would lose financial score. If they were smart, they would borrow money from their IRA for 60 days free. So, yeah, I totally agree with you on that. And the Wells Fargo thing is an interesting thing for all of us to look at. Salivate Metals did a great video on that, but it is interesting to see. One of the things about Wells Fargo was I noticed that they were very slow to recovery from the crash of March 2020, and I was considering at one point investing in stock in their bank. Boy, am I glad I did not, because they don't seem to be able to have the capacity to make any real wise decisions. They're definitely an interesting bank, and they have definitely an interesting kind of way of doing things. However, I mean, it is what it is. But I do think that it could have an impact on the markets and things like that, so it's definitely something to keep track of and keep an eye on. But yeah, guys, interesting stuff overall. Definitely an interesting week for precious metals, and be sure to stay on the lookout for either Sunday or Monday. I'll be putting this poll out again, but I'll probably change up some of the options down below so that you all can better vote. This was my first week of doing this, but it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoy this, and I think this is something I'll keep up doing. So be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date with future updates on my channel, community posts, videos, all that good stuff. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Did metals end up the way you wanted them to? Did they not? Let me know all of that down below, guys. And with all that being said, until next time, we will see ya.